the lessons from external involvement in the Levant and Middle East. Maybe we'll take that next.
Yeah, the lessons learned, it's what I started at the beginning. The lessons learned are do not go there, right? Since the fall of the Ottoman Empire, everything that the West has done has been a mistake. Taking the colonial mandate and placing it on tribes and flags in religious context has never worked. It just has never worked. So all those centralized models have failed. What's worked is benevolent monarchies. They have worked. So look around our region, look around our zip code, and those have worked. Why? Alignment of religious interests, alignment of political interests, a benevolent and understanding government that doesn't need to be corrupt because it's allocating resources. Many of these are the fossil fuel beneficiaries. So this president has gone to lessons learned and said since 1919, since the Paris Treaty and the San Remo Treaty and the Oslo Treaty, every treaty that has imposed these Western standards has not worked. So what we're trying to do is just usher the availability to the region and say, let's try something new. You have all the power. You have all the money, energy, AI. Look at what's happening with chips. Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, trading the idea of prosperity from just pumping oil to prosperity by creating portfolios of the next regime.
But I thought I might ask one or two before we open up. And
Syria, in addition to that, is marching towards Israel. We're on our 5th set of discussions with Israel. Border and boundary discussions, de-escalation. You could very quickly have a realignment of a tapestry that we haven't seen in the Middle East.
Are you heeding partners' calls for a two-state solution? If not, what are the alternatives in your plan here?
Yeah. So, look, it's a complicated question. I think everybody's right. Everybody's running and saying, just stop this. Stop the senseless killing. However we get there, just stop the senseless killing. So I look at a tremendous victory just getting the hostages back. The day-to-day, we all know, you kill one terrorist, you create 7 others. You kill a father, you have 3 sons, 2 daughters, and a wife who now, for 100 years, have an issue and a problem. Whether now the Palestinians become Israelis and it becomes one state, or there's some hybrid form of what that is, will have to evolve. It's not the issue at the moment. The issue at the moment is time out, stop the killing, get humanitarian care in, start defining what could the essence of a de-escalation and peace plan be, and flood it with momentum. So I think what you're going to see in Jared and Steve's plan as to what's coming, which the world is stepping in, the Gulf is helping us, is you could have a resurgence in which that definition of is it Palestinian Authority, is it Hamas, is it Hezbollah, is it some other definition of Palestinians living in an Israeli environment, could evaporate as you start marrying interests. And that's the hope. And whether it's 2-state or 1-state is yet to be determined.
I'm curious because it comes across as being the sole metric with which...
We're living in a really difficult zip code. You have the 3 ethno-religious dominant religions in the world living here, the Middle East. We also have 23 of the most viable foreign terrorist organizations in the world, 18 of them within our zip code. So we're fighting all of these counter winds at a moment where you have a president of the United States who happens to be the leader saying enough. 100 years of this confusion, of these old thoughts, of these old ideas, and people not moving off of them, when you have the most dominant region in the world, if you combine capital with fossil fuels, with resourceful people, has got to end. And that's where he is. That's what we're trying to do.